He's at the Stone Age.
That's good, Dwight.
Yeah, do it!
Hurt.
Rape.
That scared me and hurt.
What did you grab?
Got my balls.
Nice.
Alright, y'all ready?
Yeah, dude. Are we going?
Yeah.
Revenge is a fucking cunt.
Oh. David.
Sean don't really want it now. Boom!
Did I just open with that?
Yeah.
That's awesome. It still hurts, by the
It's
way.
gonna be real awesome when I can't run for office.
All right.
Because people like Rudy are gonna call up this episode.
Oh, Rudy, you getting attacked hard, Dwight. Dave, I want to ask you a question quick.
I don't want to talk about Christmas.
What, okay. I didn't realize I was asking myself. What the fuck's going on here? No, what are the 5 people you want to meet most?
Oh,
So I
God,
made
dude, we
some
said we were going
notes.
to talk about
I
this.
made some notes. I noted down only 3 people.
I'm asking for 5, though, so.
I've got 3. So,
Yikes.
2 of them are chefs. So I got Anthony Bourdain, who's dead.
2 of them are chefs?
What's the hype behind him? I don't know much about him.
World traveler.
Your 5 heroes are
He's a
chefs?
cool motherfucker.
Two of them are
traveler,
chefs?
cool motherfucker, liberal guy.
Loved cocaine.
Who's
Did he?
awesome.
Yeah.
Good
Loved
dude.
all drugs.
Good dude.
Yeah.
Had a lot of life experiences. He started out, well, why don't I give you his fucking biography? Read the book.
You read his book?
He's an interesting
He's a
cat.
great book.
He would be a fucking
What?
real cool
His book was
person to have met.
awesome.
You read, dude?
Well, Audible.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
Gordon
Audible.
Gordon Ramsay, I love him also.
Wow. Really?
And,
Just because he's a dick?
you know, let me take Gordon Ramsay off, and I'll come back to you.
Dude, you only have 3, though. He's
my
asking
third-
for 5, so why do you have
Do you guys all have 5?
Yeah.
I have 5.
It's Steve Ranella. You know Steve Ranella?
Yeah. We went to different schools together. No, I don't think I've ever heard of him.
And Scorpion and Sub-Zero.
Who's Steve Renell?
Wow. I didn't
He's
think
an-
about shit like
He's
that.
an outdoorsman. He's a
No, that would be a funny
conservationist.
one.
He's a
Like, what
hunter.
5 fictional characters would we
Nice.
want to meet? I don't have an answer.
Does anybody want to go next for the 5? They
Oh,
wanna
5
meet?
real people?
Yeah.
I mean, I said my 5 on the previous episode.
Diaz brothers.
Yeah.
Limp
And
Bizkit.
why do you always say that, dude?
Lincoln Park.
That's who I'd want to meet.
Hobbs and Shaw.
You know what you got to do to meet him.
Being
Yep.
Fast and the Furious?
That's
Oh.
right. That's right. No.
I
Linkin
thought we
Park.
were talking about Hobbs and Shaw.
Classic.
Should I go or do you want to go?
I wouldn't want to meet anybody.
So
Okay, so I would
you
wanna
go,
meet-
and then I want to go with you.
Yeah.
Go.
Sean knows.
5 people I would want to meet. Ric Flair.
Nice.
Yeah. I can,
Bruce
that's a cool one.
Springsteen. Mick Jagger. Michael Jordan. And CM Punk.
Nice, dude.
I feel like
Boy
mine are going to
Beatdown,
change.
baby.
Like the second I leave
I need to
here,
revise
Boy Beat
mine.
Down?
I have to
Yeah.
do some thinking.
I can't hear you.
Boy Beatdown?
Oh, yes,
That's
CM
CM
Punk was on that,
Yeah.
wasn't he?
Wait, he was?
He was the Boy Beatdown guy.
No,
he
it was
wasn't.
Mayhem Miller.
Mayhem Miller
Oh,
was.
I fucked up. Never mind.
All right. So why? Go ahead. Say what you were
greenhorn.
going to say because I can attest to this.
I literally don't ever want to meet anyone.
Okay.
There was so one of my favorite country bands is Rascal Flatts. I've said that a couple times. And someone had the opportunity
Joey
to get,
visibly disappointed.
Oh, no.
To get-
I'm checking the food.
they're nothing compared to Kip Moore. I'm kidding. I love you so much.
Why?
They're
Yeah, but it's like Limp Bizkit and
was the
Kip
best.
Moore.
Yeah.
I what?
Like Kip Moore?
I'm not even a big Limp Bizkit fan. I had a poster
So-
of him on my wall though, and Fred Durst had like his sneaker way out front, and it was like when Fisheye first came around.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I used to have that.
Nice. That's a terrible story.
Everybody
sucks. All right,
If we
you
just
just
lost
lost the
that,
metal piece.
yeah, I
so
just
you're not
fucked
fixing
us.
this. Anyway,
Whoops.
I had an opportunity to like go behind the stage and like meet Rascal Flatts, and I was like, no, I don't want to do that. I'm like, what? You don't want to do that? No. Why the fuck? Hi, Gary. It's nice to. I love your music. Like, they're just gonna be like, yeah, thanks so much. Oh, so where are you from? And then they're just gonna like awkwardly talk to you. You're not making friends with these people. It's just like super awkward for them. Like if you ever met the Diaz Bros, you'd be like, hey, thanks. I love you guys. Yeah, I watched every fight. You're
context
so
is
funny.
key. Context
exact-
does
No
matter.
fucking way.
That's
Kill
why
myself.
that's why I wanted him to say that.
Oh,
Because
yuck.
Now, even from the opposite side, like when people would want to meet me and John and shit like that, I always try to ask or talk to them about something that's not music.
For sure.
Because
For sure.
it's the worst thing ever. Your conversation's so short. There's really no connection. There's a connection for them, so that might be a little wrong of me to say.
Right.
Like if I met the Diaz brothers, there's a huge connection. I obsessed over them forever. You know what I mean? But that's just on my end. There's nothing for him. For Nick and Nate, they're just gonna be like, okay, literally, that's what they do.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm not like an interviewer, so I don't have good questions. I'm not going to be like, I'm just going to be like, I love your music. That's literally my whole one. And that's for like any like quote unquote hero I have. Like, hey, you got any funny stories about that movie you were in? Like, I wouldn't have anything substantial. It would just be so fucking awkward. I'd be like, dude, I don't want to meet anyone ever. If I like you from afar. That's it.
When I met Steve-O, the first
You met Steve-O?
Yeah. Everything that like people were saying to him, they were like, keep moving. I broke him. And it was such a good feeling because he was like, okay. I broke him. I said, hey man, I got to ask you a question. He goes, what's that? I said, what's actual shit taste like?
Wow.
And it broke him. He started laughing. He goes, nobody's ever asked me that question before. And we started to talk.
Nice.
And that was it. You know,
great.
he didn't have an answer though.
That's great. Oh.
He actually said he can't answer that. I don't know why. I don't know why he said that.
Huh.
Yeah.
The food has arrived. So for all you listeners, we need to hit pause. All you viewers,
Fuck off.
that one's for you.
That's
BRB.
That's gonna be the thumbnail.
BRB team.
All right.
They're hot.
Okay. Sorry. I'm trying to tie my shoe because somehow.
Take up as much room as you need, man.
I find as I'm getting older, I'm like dumber.
No, you're not.
I am.
No.
I like can't tie shoes anymore. Nice. My shoes come undtied all fucking time.
Do you think?
Yeah, I don't know why.
They don't make shoes like they used to.
Yeah, they don't make the. Oh.
They just don't make the Jews like that. Dude,
Dude, yo, Sean, here, take mine.
I don't mind. I'll drink. I wanted this one though.
have it.
Take some of mine. It's so good.
Is there alcohol in this?
No, there's not.
Are you sure?
Where would I even get it?
Well, you did that the last time.
I know. It's funny though.
That was fun. No,
There's vodka in there, you fucking drunk. You piece of shit.
That wouldn't bother me. I'm just saying.
can I just have a sip of that?
No.
Are we recording?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
It matches your microphone.
No, you can have some. That's good shit.
Sweep up, boys.
Yo, so we just had Hana.
Yeah. Great Japanese food. Great people. Great memories.
Yeah, they did great. My chicken was a little dry, but I'm assuming that's because
The ride here.
It sat in the car.
Are
for-
we still all good
little
angle
bit.
wise and everything?
I'm gonna get up, but don't stop talking because I'm not
Okay.
gonna do 3 different cuts. So
Yeah.
Guys, let's stop talking and do just 3 different cuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
What the hell? Your tongue went in my ear.
no, it didn't.
Your tongue went in my ear.
No, it didn't.
I don't even need to clean my ear now.
I'll get it.
No, you got it. You got it already. You probably licked my brain.
Yo, Sean, did you just cut your hair?
Wait, that was all good?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sean, look to the right.
You're a freak.
What is on the back of your head?
It's like a
dude?
fuzz.
It's like fuzz?
Yeah, just go.
Oh, wow. Don't be so seductive
weird
about
fuzz.
it, though.
Yeah. I thought your head was coming unglued.
I'm starting to lift up this table.
You're going to break it.
When we left off, you had talked about asking Steve-O about doo-doo.
Oh yeah, I think I finished though. That's pretty much all there is. But I agree with what he was saying on how like it's tough trying to meet people, even from the opposite perspective, because there isn't a connection.
Yeah,
there
no.
really isn't. Aside from the fact that I'm a fan of you or you're a fan of me, that's it.
It's so forced and fake, and I feel like it takes a certain person to be like, to really appreciate, like, hey, I just want to tell you a personal story about me quick.
Yeah.
Like, people only care about themselves, and they want to tell.
I think you guys are slightly off because, like, if I were to ask Anthony Bourdain something interesting, he would be interested.
Well, that's
in
the thing.
me.
But no, you're right. That's exactly
Yeah.
what I'm saying about the Steve-O situation. I broke him. You can break people. You can make an interesting conversation, but half the time you only have 30 seconds to make a
Yeah.
conversation. So all you can really spit out is, I'm a fan of yours.
That's what happened 10 years ago when my brother and I met Brett the Hitman Hart in fucking Poughkeepsie. We were in line, and like, so he had a stroke sometime in the early 2000s. So this autograph signing was supposed to only be like 2 hours. We finally met him by like 3.5 hours in.
Damn.
It was an April day, and it was like unseasonably, ungodly warm. So we're in this tiny ass like upstairs thing in this comic shop, and all the people in line ahead of us, they're all saying like the nerdiest shit to him. Like, I remember I saw you against Mr. Perfect in 1990 in Minnesota, and you can tell he's just like, all right.
Yeah, for sure.
So then by the time it got to us, in his fucking autobiography, he talked about how much he hates Hulk Hogan because Hulk Hogan never put him over. And Bret Hart was always my brother's favorite as a kid. So my brother told him this very nerdy story. He's like, hey, when I was a little kid, I asked my grandfather who would win, you or Hulk Hogan, and he said you because you're a real wrestler. And ever since then, you were always my favorite, like even up to now.
Nice.
And at first, Bret just goes like, thank you for saying that. And asked my brother his name to like personalize the autograph in the book. And we're kind of like, that's kind of weak. Yeah. And then all of a sudden he closed the book and he looks up. He's like, Hogan was always afraid of me because he knew I would expose him and show everyone what kind of wrestler he really was. And like they started trying to move us down the line because like you said, you get 30 seconds. So they're moving us. Yeah. And Bret's still looking at us, talking about how Hulk Hogan wouldn't fucking job to him ever. And like was still following us with like his eyes as we walked out, like going off about Hulk Hogan. We were
Probably
like,
made you feel great though.
Yeah, we were like, so that was awesome. Like everybody else just gets a like, yeah.
So I have a story from the opposing side here. One time I posted like my PSN and shit like to play with people because I was streaming. And there's this kid, he listens to this podcast, so this is going to be a big deal that I'm telling this story.
Kid? What up, boy?
Lamar.
Lamar.
Lammy.
Lammy.
Dude, I played with him. He messaged me his gamer tag, and I was like, dude, yeah, let's link up. Let's play, right? He was like shook when we were playing. He's like, I can't believe I'm playing with the singer of Animal. You're like my favorite band, this, that, and the third. I said, don't be weird, dude. I said that to him. I was like, I'm just like you. I'm literally like, I work, I go to school. Like I am you.
Put my pants on one leg at a time.
Yep. And he was like, dude, you're like so cool, this, that, and the third. And still to this day, we play all the time. We don't even talk about music much at all anymore.
That's
good. He became a real friend of mine. So when he hears this, I know he's going to freak out. He's going to be really happy.
That's neat.
Yeah. It's cool to see the opposite side, I guess.
Yeah.
Because you often you think like, what are these other people thinking?
Yeah.
Because like when every famous person I've ever met, I could tell like just in their demeanor, it's always like, yeah, all right, like, be over. And all, yeah, exactly. And also don't talk to me about what I do, but that's all you can talk to me about.
It's always interesting to me when my brother has to interview people for the paper because like, how do you fucking drum up like content? Like, how do you talk to somebody like Alice Cooper, who's probably done 1,000,002 fucking interviews over the years, and like you come with something new and fresh to say? And he interviewed Vernon Reid, the guitar player from Living Colour, and they talked about like Joker and shit.
Oh,
he texted me afterwards. He's like, Vernon Reid loved Joker. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
that's like he always manages to work something interesting out of it. I'm like,
that's
damn.
Great.
This kid and I, we like after we stopped talking about music, we just fucking connected so much.
That's neat.
Yeah, and we text each other now. It's like one of those things where you just become. Okay, I'll stop right there.
Jeez, well, you coming out now? Is this what you're saying? I mean, we're going on a couple dates. I think he likes me.
I remember when I was your lamb.
Jesus.
That's good.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like usually I choke first, but he's a little bigger and if two guys 69, like it's got to be tough being the bottom.
It's like connecting two Lego pieces.
Whoa, dude! I never thought of that.
Yeah, dude.
Wow. On your side.
For real? How do you like?
That's a pro move.
But
That's
why is it hard being on the bottom?
Because the guy on top has all of his pressure fucking in your throat.
Because you can't like go into the bed and then
can't
forward.
back up. Yeah,
like dudes.
It's just the.
I feel like dudes in the 69 are always on bottom.
I've never
because
had
the
issues.
girl has her head room to go up and down, and we just.
You've never had issues.
We just gotta stay stationary.
I'll mount you right now, and I guarantee you're not breathing.
Is that what you said?
Hard or soft?
Yeah, motherfucker.
Hard.
Yeah.
We're gonna take a break.
As hard as that need to be, motherfucker.
You try shoving 12 inches down that thing, okay? You're not breathing.
Oh, gee,
I'm
yo,
getting so
put that in the
nervous,
cup
I know.
holder, dude. You're gonna spill your drink all over your fucking laptop.
Yo, when the guys from the Broken View were here, the first thing they
Yeah.
said was like, "Oh, the cup holders, right?" Because you are.
Oh, so have they listened before?
Yeah, they
Oh
listen.
shit!
Yeah, shout out.
I
to
messaged them too because I think Mikey says posted on his Instagram. What's up, Mike?
He's the bomb. That's my boy.
I think of them, so I messaged them like, hey, I just heard one of your, I don't know what he did. I just heard one of your songs, and I fucking love it. I'm one of the dudes from Can We Go Downstairs? And they were like, fuck yourself. And I was like, Jesus Christ. I was like, this is why you never meet your fucking heroes.
They never. They would never.
They were like, thanks so much, bro. They were so
cool
nice.
as hell.
Dude,
Oh yeah.
Tyler is the
those two interviews.
person.
Yeah, those two interviews were fucking adorable.
Yeah.
They're good people.
Yeah, they were down.
Yeah,
Much
they're good
love to
guys.
Sean for bringing in some real fun guests.
Yeah, that was dope.
Johnny Busak.
I asked him this week if he would come back, and he said, "Yeah." I want to do it when there's the day that he can't.
Yeah.
Because I bet he can break John.
Oh, I would
probably.
love to fucking break
because
John.
he's shy. He's like quiet, and you know what I mean.
Right.
You'd get him going.
That was still so funny the day I first met him. Because you talk about John all the time.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I see pictures. I see your Instagram. He's always on it. So when I saw him, it was literally like I was seeing
you
an old
knew
friend.
him. Yeah,
And I was
yeah.
like, oh, John, what's up, brother? And I think I shook his hand and hugged him. And you could see in his face, he was like, who the fuck is this? But then he knew me. He
He texted me and said, "I just saw Drew."
Yeah, because I was like, hey, Sean, he's right back. He's by the squat machine because we were doing Squawktober at the time. And he was like, all right, good seeing you, man. And then he left. And then I was walking to my car and I was like, boy, he looked a little awkward. And I was like, oh, wait, I've never fucking met this guy. And I was like, oh, I'm just some psycho. John, what's up, man? He's like, Jesus Christ.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. But he seems like a real good dude.
Who, Johnny?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the
They
best.
don't make him like him
Yeah, he's
anymore,
the
man.
best.
Yeah. I wish I could live with him and Says. But
Dude, that'd be dope.
A lot of video games. A
Yeah.
lot of video games.
Says is a cool motherfucker. We gotta have him back on.
He's got
he's
one of
my
the
boy.
coolest wallets I've ever seen. Says has this like multi-tiered wallet that's magnet, so he pulls it to the side and it fans out like a deck of cards. Like when they're like, "Hey, pick a card, any card," it fans out that way.
What?
But as it opens, it locks into the next magnet, so it all stays solid. And then you just slide shit out so
that's
smooth.
sick.
He opened it up to like pay me because I worked on him, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" And he was, I like took his wallet and he's like, "Yeah, I just got it from like some bullshit place." And I was like, "Shut up, dude! How does this work?" And I was like trying to make
That's
it.
like when you showed me your wallet back in the day, the one where.
Oh yeah, the flippy
Oh,
flip.
yeah.
It makes that wallet look like a piece of shit. It
Oh
makes it
my
look like a
God.
napkin. I was like, oh fuck! I was like, dude, what is this? Dude, that wallet was so dope. Mikey says, if you listen to this, man, message me right now where you got that wallet. 'cause I
He
need it.
listens. He definitely
Yeah.
listens.
Damn right he does.
Meeting him was definitely a highlight of 2019.
He's a good dude.
Me and him had a really good conversation when I went to his house the other day, and it was about like how, actually, we were talking about how John is very quiet and doesn't if you put him on the spot, he gets weird, like he's uncomfortable in situations. He's gotten so much better since me and him have been so close.
Get to the point. You're losing us.
So
I'm kidding.
so set. Is that funny to you? I quit.
No,
I
Sean,
was choking.
wait.
I was choking.
So we were talking about how Says will make things really awkward in public public settings in order to break the awkwardness, but he's making it more awkward. And I agreed with him completely. Like that's exactly what I do to try to make people laugh. And
He said that.
yeah.
He was like, you just got to double down with the awkwardness, man.
Yeah.
Just live in it. And I'm like, yuck. Because I feel like that's where a lot of my comedy comes from. I don't like it being awkward. So I'll try to kind of just be funny or break the ice, whatever the fuck. But I would be really curious to see Mike do that and just be an observer. Just to live in that, like whatever he does to make it more awkward, I would love to see that.
He usually just blatantly says stuff. Like if he feels uncomfortable, he's like, "Yeah, well, I'm uncomfortable right now. That's for sure." He's saying what everybody's thinking. You know what I mean? And everybody's like, "Oh yeah, I guess I am too." You know?
I think he's done that on the podcast.
He probably has.
Yeah, I think when we had him here, because we had him for 2 episodes.
He's been on 4 times.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Twice with us
Ones
and
with
twice
you
with
Yes,
us.
that's right. That's right. But I've heard him do that.
Yeah.
He's a fucking good dude.
Yeah, I love
Yeah,
him.
when you sent that picture of him, I was just like, I thought that was really funny when I went, oh my God, my new friend and my old friend.
Yeah.
Dude, I showed up at his house and I was like, "Yo, what are you doing right now? Because I'm going to hang out with John and I don't want to wait for him or something like that." He goes, "Yeah, come on over." So I get over. We just chill there for a little bit. He goes, "Oh, I'm going to see Drew in a couple minutes." I'm like, "What?
Yeah.
What?" And then I said, "How much is he charging you? Because that motherfucker charges me so much."
Don't talk about money on this podcast. No, what was so funny is that like he asked me just randomly. He was like, because I think he posted. Oh, you know what? I think he shared the Broken View. I messaged him like, "Oh shit, these guys sound really good. Who are they?" And he said something about like his back's been killing him. I was like, "Oh, dude, come see me, man." And then he was like, "All right, how about like this Wednesday?" And I was like, "No. I'm like really booked. Like we got to do it like next Friday. Like it's the first time I got an opening." And then so I kind of like blocked out a time for him, and I'm pretty busy. So like if I block out time, like you better be there. And when you FaceTime me and he was with you, I was like, this motherfucker, I blocked out all this time and he's just hanging with Sean. Like he had to see me in like 15 minutes at that point. I was like,
you didn't realize how close he was. Though.
Exactly. I was like, dude, what the fuck? I was like, Mike, I don't want to be mad at you right now, but like, I like blocked out this time for you, right? And then he was like, oh yeah, I'm like 10 minutes away. And then I think he was 2 minutes late.
Yeah.
And I was texting Sean. I was like, if this motherfucker's even a minute late, I'm locking the fucking door and walking away. And then it was like 30 seconds left, and I was like, pizza dude's got 30 seconds. And then he was like 2 minutes late, but he's a fucking good guy.
Yeah, he's awesome.
How much time would you give me?
Oh, I'll kill all my clients that I have.
All the time you need, baby.
You hear that, Mike? I'm still the best.
You hear that, Mike? I love it.
Yeah.
So
everybody grabbed a drink at the same time and made a weird silence there.
I was just waiting to grab this drink, and it just so happened.
I deliberately don't have my usual bottle of water because I wanted to be a good host and make sure you guys all had enough bottles of water throughout.
We drank all of the fluids in this house.
There's a water right there, fresh water.
This? Yeah, you can. This is still open.
You want this?
I'm waiting for one of the ice drinks to get cold so I can drink that and get cancer.
Nice, dude.
That's
Wait,
cancerous?
Probably, dude. Look at how much shit.
Why is
they
there
start
crest?
burying all this shit?
Oh, guys! I did 23andMe.
I did Ancestry.
Oh, what's good?
I still like women, so I didn't do any of that.
Heather did 23andMe. Her shit was way
Hey,
cooler
if you want to
than
hear
mine.
that joke in the last episode, go on ahead.
Tell me about it, because I liked Heather's 23andMe shit way more than I liked what I got from
Way
Ancestry.
cooler, and it's so accurate. So remember, I don't have social media.
How are you
aside from
testing its accuracy?
Yeah.
because it said everything about me that they can't figure out without.
Did
It
you
said my first name and my
I was
last
going to wear a
name.
green shirt on Thursday.
They no,
it knows like if you can smell an odor in your piss after eating asparagus. And
Yeah,
stuff.
that is
like,
one of
or
the
if you
things.
like a cilantro.
That's
and
like
shit.
most people.
They say they were like, there's a high chance that you have brown or hazel eyes. I have hazel eyes. They said
Fucking
you're not
revolutionary.
a deep sleeper. I wake up nonstop in the middle of the night.
Same shit for Heather. It knew she was more
a
susceptible
new
to
era.
having celiac. She doesn't have full blown celiac, but she has that like gluten insensitivity. Like you could tell that. She also did like it was traits and medical shit too. So like, are you more susceptible to like breast cancer, things like that?
Yeah.
It said she has the muscle makeup of an elite athlete. So
Fuck, mine did too.
You know what this is? This is new age fucking mediums. That's all this is.
It said that my ring finger
your grandfather
was longer than my
died?
other one, and it is.
yeah.
They also said that if I woke up at 10 a.m., the sun would be up. Like these guys, they're on it. They're on it.
But what about like where you're from?
It gives you the
Well, you got to give them your address, right? So
no. So the thing is, it doesn't tell you it never told me my family members because they have to be logged into the database.
Right.
So it's just me.
But I mean like your actual ethnicity map.
It tells you where. Yeah, it tells
So
you
now,
like, the
'cause
countries
Heather's- I'm sorry.
that you span from. Like me, I was German and Irish or something like that.
Because like Heather's for Ireland, she was able to zoom in on Ireland, and
you
it
can do
like
stuff
showed her
like
like
that.
the 10 most likely areas in Ireland. My fucking thing, I already knew I was Middle Eastern. I wanted to know specifically where in the Middle East. Here they just circle a big fucking thing. Here's the Middle East.
Nice.
are you in
Where
the
are
terrorist
you?
portion?
What?
What was your highest? Like, what are you? primarily?
Italian. So I knew that.
Yeah.
So I'm 32% Italian, 27% Middle Eastern, 18% European Jewish, 14% England, Wales, Northwestern Europe, 4% France, 2% Turkey, 2% Ireland and Scotland. I wanted to know which. And then 1% Sardinia, which is right near Sicily.
Do you know what you are?
A white Caucasian.
Well, do you know
American.
what you are?
I know
American, goddammit.
My dad's super Italian. My mom, I don't even think she knows her real parents. Because she had a fucking terrible upbringing.
really?
Oh, it was fucking terrible. So she doesn't know what the fuck she is, but she always said like German and something else.
I'm 44% German.
Every time she said no, she said 9.
How
so-
weird is it? That was clever. I like that. That was good. Dude, it's weird thinking that you might be related to like a Nazi.
Oh, well,
I mean,
Knowing you.
it is weird just because I feel like that was such a tiny portion of the population.
Was it though?
What the fuck is that?
No, they're a huge portion.
Well, John Stewart said when Pope Benedict or whatever, he was a Hitler Youth, and John Stewart was like, to be fair, in Germany, that was like being in the Boy Scouts. Like, you didn't really have any other option.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
you know.
But Sean, what was the other 23andMe interesting shit you found?
told me that I'm a carrier for Alzheimer's.
Could have told you that.
Is that why you never know where you put your keys when you're here?
It could be, dude. It makes me think. I mean, obviously that's just coincidental, but like I feel like I forget shit all the time. Like sometimes I'll be talking mid sentence and I'm just like,
You better get.
I don't want to. I'm not trying to be an asshole, but
Start
like,
playing the train your brain games. Although Apex probably does that to a certain degree. You know what I mean?
also type 2 diabetes.
When you're studying.
Diabetes.
I got diabetes.
I don't want to be a jerk to you, and I obviously don't know the science. It's just my brain thinking.
Dude, why are you being a jerk?
But like, when mediums will go on Oprah in the '90s and be like, "Oh, your grandfather, was he a male? Like, was his name?"
Okay, dude, this is so different.
No,
dude.
it's not, because
it's completely different.
No, because the person's like, "Oh yeah, they did write me a love letter once, and it did say they loved me."
No, but the thing
now
is,
it's like,
this is
yeah, but
based off of
diabetes.
fucking DNA.
Diabetes is
Yeah.
the like biggest disease, biggest epidemic. Alzheimer's, another huge epidemic.
that is big.
It's like, oh, like you like, and I'm not trying to be an asshole to you, and I could be 100% wrong.
You are, but I'm not taking you as an asshole. But you are wrong.
But like,
for
do you
sure.
see where you could have confirmation bias?
Yeah,
it's like
no,
people
no.
who do WebMD and they're like, "Oh, I have that, I have that, I have that, I have that."
But I
Yeah, but this is
literally
your
just
actual
said
DNA
that.
markers.
But do you know that?
Yeah, you could just be like sending them your saliva, and they're like, "Throw that out." What do we want to say this guy has?
Yeah,
he's,
let's look him up on
afraid.
Facebook.
He's afraid of water.
He's a white guy. He's got brown eyes. Blah blah blah.
I mean, based on the
Cannon of a cock.
weird the weird things that they have said that were just strikingly on on point.
But
like,
what though? Diabetes? That's not a big thing. That's
And
not.
dude,
that's
that's
weird.
one thing out of like 300
tests
things that
for
they
so
tell
much.
you.
also said they said you have a chance for.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That means nothing.
you have a chance to get hit by a train on a
But it says,
Sunday.
based on your DNA markers,
Yeah.
you share the DNA markers of people who are genetically like more likely to have this
Predisposed.
shit. They say right away, we're not like a medical diagnosis.
Yeah.
But here's your medical
So what are
diagnosis.
we doing here?
No, it literally just says like if you're curious, because they're like if it's something that concerns you, you have a family history, like talk to your physician about it. Like, and some people, like if you're adopted or something, and you have no idea. Like, do I have a family history of heart disease? Like, who the fuck knows?
There's this one case, you can look it up actually, because I wanted to see how accurate this shit was, right?
Yeah.
So this girl, this is literally just one case out of millions and millions and millions, right?
And they were
So-
like, "You're a girl."
No,
She was like, wow,
yeah, they were
this
like,
works.
I think you have a vagina.
I have a point that's gonna hurt you guys.
Yeah.
I totally disagree with your medium steals.
Also,
no,
I
no,
have
no.
another point.
Let
that
me
someone told
spit
me.
This. Let me
Yeah.
spit this out. Get it?
Okay, wait.
Can I, hold on, can I finish? let me finish the story though.
Yo,
first.
that's water, bro.
Basically, they're like, you have the trait for this cancer. Girl goes to the doctor, has cancer. That specific strand that only like 3% cancer patients ever get, and that she had the trait for it. She had it.
That's pretty cool.
Well, God, keep going.
Everybody's got cancer though.
But that's why they said that 23andMe, like, that's why they have to say that they're not diagnosing anything because of that was one of the incidents.
Okay. Lauren went to the doctor and gave them her blood.
Yeah.
A fuckload of her blood.
Yeah.
And they said that they predicted the
said it tasted
diabetes
good.
things, the vitamins that you have, blah blah, your predispositions.
Yeah.
A solid amount of blood. How can you be 23andMe, get more shit, and just only need like a little bit of spit to come to? You know what I'm saying?
What are you trying to dude? So what you're saying is not an argument whatsoever. You're kind of agreeing with the whole 23andMe.
Not
No,
though.
he's not.
Not though.
Yeah.
Saying blood in testing for what?
I'm saying blood is a more substantial.
Well, DNA is DNA. So you have DNA. Your DNA is in your
So why doesn't the doctor just take her spit instead of draw all that blood from her?
I'm sure he could have.
I don't think he could have.
Why can't he?
I'm not a doctor, but
I guarantee if you look it up, you can do a spit. It's no different than drug testing, like at work and stuff like that. They do saliva tests now.
That's a positive or negative test, though. They're just looking for an indicator in like in a sample of your.
Sure, I understand what you're saying. Well, I don't. Go
It's
ahead.
more like a fun, interesting thing to do, but you shouldn't take like, oh my god, 23andMe told me that like I could have Alzheimer's.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know
No,
what?
no, I'm just.
Hang on. Time out. Shelby is a nurse. Shelby, I know you're listening, sweetheart. If you know the difference, if you can get from spit what you can get from blood, why don't hospitals do it?
Hold on.
I feel that's a
going
serious
on.
question. I feel
I'll
that's
be
a
right
good question.
Keep going. I'm about to ask my
'cause-
fucking wife this shit.
Because honestly, that's not a bad point of like.
And again,
Lauren
I could
gave
be
all
wrong.
her blood.
I'm probably wrong, but
I
I just want to
guarantee
know.
you're wrong.
Oh, yeah,
but I
we're-
just
we're
want to
too
know the
ignorant
reasoning
on the subject.
I just
Right,
want to know.
Yeah.
Because if you can get it through spit, why would you have to get
A lot of
blood,
blood, which is a harder thing to do.
The thing is,
why
your
can't I
blood-
mail my spit to my doctor?
Hey.
And-
Your blood holds your diseases, right? Your saliva doesn't. Like if you have chlamydia, you can test it in your blood. You can't test it in your spit.
Case in point.
got the hurt, baby.
So I'm sure
kidding.
they do blood in order to be able to do more than what just DNA
You can transmit
offer you.
diseases
Because
through
if you think
saliva.
about it, saliva
Yeah, you can, but not
of course.
not all of them.
because saliva is a much more easily regenerated
Sure.
fluid than blood. So if they can do it through spit, like why not? But yeah,
I'm
but
sure
no,
that's
you had
the
a good point
answer.
too. You had a good point too.
I'm sure the answer is because more things are held or withheld in your blood than your saliva. Like guys with AIDS can kiss people and they don't get AIDS. But the second you cut somebody open,
why has it got to be guys?
do girls get AIDS?
That's amazing. That's so good.
There's two things I know about girls: they don't poop and they don't get AIDS. All right, I learned that from 23andMe.
All right, how about this? Let me lay it
ahead.
out
Go ahead.
separately. So you have spit and blood. Which one do you think
I'd
would
rather
give-
drink your semen.
Would give what?
What was the question?
would give more accurate and more quantitative results?
I
Spit
just
or
said.
blood?
I just said blood would probably have more than anything else because naturally more. Like when you go to the doctor, they can find so much with your blood, but DNA specific, your DNA is in your spit. It's in your blood. So when you're just testing for DNA problems
So
or
you
traits,
think you're saying they get more with blood and less with spit? Because that's what I'm trying to say.
I don't know what I just missed, but yes, that's exactly it.
yeah.
So, because like diabetes, you need to test blood sugars and shit too, and you couldn't get that from spit. Heather,
Idiot.
But no.
Heather didn't want
to
to come downstairs and say this all herself.
Because look,
but
that's again like a positive negative flag in the blood. But when they look at spit, it's like, oh, you are predisposed to possibly getting diabetes.
Yes.
Yeah.
The blood,
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
either you have it or you don't.
Yeah.
So that's, you shouldn't, like you were saying, you shouldn't take the spit test as like a
Right.
fucking
I don't. I
Bible,
hope
the
nobody
end all.
is.
which I think that's what they say basically. Like, we can show you the genetic markers you share, but like this ain't some
Yeah.
sort of confirmation that shit's about to go wrong.
Sure.
I think at the bottom, like of the, like they send you like a 23-page pamphlet, right?
yeah.
I think on the last page they say like we're as accurate as a horoscope.
All this shit is.
I read that every day.
You better not. But no, a friend of mine was saying that she didn't want to do the 23andMe or the Ancestry.com or anything like that. And she's like, because all your results are just
stored.
based off who has put in. So it's inaccurate. So it's not like
Yeah.
if no one from
See,
Africa
I did it for
has
the-
put
yeah,
in,
yeah.
That
like
makes
you're
sense.
not going to
That
get
makes sense.
African. So it was interesting. She was like, so they're inaccurate results because not everyone in the world has given.
Right.
And I thought that
Yeah.
was pretty
That's a
interesting
fair
too. I was
point,
like,
though.
oh, okay.
I thought
So
about that myself.
Kind of BS.
I read about that going in, and Asian people had a huge issue with this because on Ancestry and shit, they literally just circle Asia.
Oh, well.
And it's like
Pretty simple.
yeah.
Pretty easy.
And like people are trying to figure out specifically where in Asia do I come from, and
Right.
like I'm a different type of Asian than these people
Right.
because
Right.
the Middle East is Asia, right? I'm Asian.
So
Oh my God. I'm Asian.
I'm not a cartographer, Joe. I don't know these things.
Why is Russia Asia also?
Wait, is
Because
it?
it can't be. That's not how it should be. But it is, though.
No,
Yeah.
Russia's in Canada.
Wait, is it?
I'm 80% on this, guys.
Russia is almost connected to Alaska,
Yeah.
which is really weird.
That is crazy.
But it's
It's
also
crazy. It's crazy how Alaska is ours and Hawaii is ours.
Did you go to Alaska?
I did.
Yeah, I couldn't
What'd you
remember
get
if it was
there?
you or not.
Vacation number 12 that you.
You fucking nimrod.
Oh, sorry. That's the first
I
time
went
I've
there
ever
from
made
training. Okay. No, that's all right. That's all right. How many times we got to do this? I went there for training.
Yeah,
training
your dragon on vacation. Dork.
Hey,
Fuck
did
you.
you see on Disney Plus?
That's a great movie, though.
There's just the fucking like you can just turn on the fireplace from the castle for Frozen for 3 hours. I think they had on there.
No, I
It was
didn't.
under the holiday specials. Heather and I were staring at this last night. Like, who the fuck would want to turn this?
Honestly,
on?
my
As you
sister.
turn it on.
My sister-in-law.
We watched Space Jam.
Oh, nice.
Oh, good choice.
Good choice.
I think my
How was that Disney?
sister-in-law.
It wasn't.
Guess I'll just speak over here. You guys keep talking. I'm gonna grab a beer. No, my sister-in-law.
I wonder if it's gonna be on.
I won't. I guess I'll do that. She put on that fireplace thing while everyone was like opening gifts and shit.
Okay.
That way it wasn't like distracting, but it like
Sorry,
looked
your
warm.
sister-in-law's a fucking knucklehead.
All right, guess Joe and I are fighting. No,
I would
she's a
get-
brilliant man.
Was it the
Cook.
fucking with the one from Frozen, or just like an image of it generally?
I think that was off Netflix.
I would
so
get
it's
doing
probably,
one just to, like generally, but like the specific one
Yeah.
from Arendelle
Oh, yeah,
or
from-
whatever. I'm like,
Yeah.
what type of fucking virgin?
Yeah. Well, if you got a little kid, she's probably like, "Mommy, do the one from Frozen." And
Yeah,
she's
let's
like,
put
"Shut
Olaf
up, you
right
little
in front of it
shit."
so he fucking. Oh wait, Olaf can't melt, right?
Or no, I thought he could. I thought he could. Could he not?
I don't know.
Well, you should see Frozen 2.
Hope he dies.
That's all I'm gonna
Does
say.
he die?
That's all I'm going to say is you should see Frozen 2.
Do you know what's sick on Disney Plus is
What?
you get to see the first Disney cartoon ever made, the
Yeah.
Steamboat Willie. It's so
Yeah.
cool. It's like in pencil.
I remember I used to play a game that had Steamboat Willie on it. It was like a Mickey. It was like a game with a
Oh,
Mickey
was it
Mouse.
like that Mickey game for Wii? Like
no,
Epic
it was
Mickey
it
or
was
whatever?
like original Nintendo.
Oh.
It was old. But I didn't know what that Steamboat
Probably
bullshit
have it on
was
the pie.
until I got older. And they were like Steamboat Willie, and I was like, oh shit, I remember something like that. There was a motherfucker on a steamboat just
Yeah.
whistling and shit.
So cute. It was so cute.
You're so cute.
Excuse me, I'm burping up the hibachi.
Uh-oh.
That was damn good food though.
That was. I love that.
Yeah, surprisingly for like having it
Takes
Travel.
3 years to get here.
yeah.
Yeah, literally
It was
the
pretty good.
entire podcast before.
And some.
Yeah, and
And
some
some.
actually.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, making me real angry.
Yeah.
Did you see Toy Story 4?
I did. I didn't like it.
I still haven't seen all of 3. I saw the last like 20 minutes.
Which
of 3.
which toys changed their gender?
I was not. Oh, that's classic.
I
I was
read
not a
what
big
happened
fan of the ending at all.
What
I
was the
thought it was
ending?
really
Not gonna
weird.
see it. So what was the ending? Wasn't there a spoon in it?
There was a spoon. The little
Spork.
girl. Yeah, the little girl turns like a spork into like a friend, and he comes to life. But the ending. Do you want me to say it?
Yeah.
Does anybody care? If nobody wants to know the ending of Toy Story 4, skip this.
It's like Captain America in the elevator.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to get out.
yeah. But no, the ending of Toy Story 4 is Woody finds Bo, like little Bo sheep, Bo
Yes.
Peep, Bo sheep.
Yeah.
She gets lost, and then he re-finds her, and then all the other toys fuck off with this new person because instead of Andy, they go to a new girl.
The spoon?
Her name is like Lucy or something like that. I forget what the new girl's name is, but all the toys go to a new girl. She makes the spoon. That's not really that's kind of a big part of it, but it doesn't really matter. But in trying to find the spoon again, because the spoon's trying to run away, Woody finds Bo, and then he leaves all the toys behind. So Buzz is now fucking off by himself, and then they just drive away, and now Woody and Bo live in a different state, all by themselves. So like Woody got like a happy ending, but I just thought it was weird
he
to
did,
like
huh?
break up the whole family of. Nice dude. I did it for
There's
a
a
living.
snake in my boot.
Yeah, I thought it was just weird to break up in like a kids movie, like this happy little family.
It's not a kids movie anymore, though, is it? Like,
I mean,
do you feel like mostly adults watched it? Probably.
I don't know. That's a tough one. Yeah, because Toy Story, we kind of grew up on it a little bit.
See, that's the interesting conundrum. That's like the Star Wars conversation.
That is the Star Wars conversation.
They're fucking kids movies, but now it's all the people who
and now people take it so seriously
because they're grown-ups now.
Right. That is interesting to think of them as kids movies because I've always thought of them like when I used to watch them as a kid. I was like, I don't think I should be watching this because
oh really?
It just seemed like people were cutting off heads and there was like the Force and like there was some incest. There was like some weird shit going on, but
nobody put any thought into Leia and Luke kissing one time though.
Yeah, I feel like. I guess at the time, yeah.
I was like, aren't they related? Okay, who cares? Next scene.
Right. But I don't know. I never thought of them as kids movies until you said that. And you're like, no. George literally said, like, these are kids movies.
Yeah. At that Star Wars celebration we were at, he's like, they were supposed to teach 12-year-olds about honoring your friends and right versus wrong and, like, following the right side and not falling to the dark side.
That's hysterical.
And I was like, yeah, well, because I mean, you think of all the toys and shit they made from them too. Like it's always been.
And then maybe the first 3 were designed that way. The prequels, I feel like, were not designed that way because they were so slow. They took forever.
Well,
each movie was triple the length. Like a kid can't sit through all that boring bullshit,
bro. Like episode 1 is supposed to be a kids movie with Jar Jar and shit. What fucking little kid is sitting there
like, ha ha ha? He said miso, ba 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 ba.
Yeah.
Fuck. Oh no! Yeah, this is so funny. Darth Maul just got cut in half. I'm a little kid.
So my wife earlier goes, "Why is Satan on your socks?"
Oh, that's hysterical, Darth Maul.
Satan.
Nice job.
Yeah, and I was like, "It's Darth Maul." And she was like, "Who?" I'm like, "We just watched him get cut in half."
I gotta watch. I think I'm gonna go through the Star Wars show, the Clone Wars. I think. Yeah. I think I'm gonna go through that.
I didn't mean to derail your whole Toy Story conversation. I was just sidebarring it when you said
over,
no.
though.
Yeah, it's
okay. I'm sorry.
It sucked. I didn't like the ending at all. But I'm never a big fan of like when the adventure ends. I always like the like, and it will go on. Like I don't like endings in general.
That's why I didn't mind that The Mandalorian was basically the same episode for like 4 weeks straight because I'm like I like just the continual adventure of like man and his stepson, adopted son.
I was telling someone I really like the show, but I think if it doesn't end in like some sort of overarching way, I'm gonna be out.
But it has an overarching.
I feel like it kind of did with this last one. I really dug the last one.
You dug it.
Like he brought back the girl. He brought back the little dude. Yeah. They like went on this mission.
Yeah, fucking
like
McNulty.
Yeah.
Everything
wrapped up
nice. Tomorrow. So
what are we all doing tomorrow?
What? I thought the season finale was then, right there.
No, it's tomorrow.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, this is the best news I've ever had.
Yeah.
Holy shit, my dad's gonna be thrilled.
Should we?
I have spoken.
Should we?
I have spoken.
Why?
I like that voice
because I forgot about The Mandalorian until this conversation.
It's okay.
But on Saturday we could always watch the finale of The Mandalorian, and then go see The Rise of Skywalker.
I'm in.
Wow. Dave's in.
All right. I'm still probably gonna watch on Friday because Heather's not gonna want to wait. But
all right, take off.
Yeah.
Just call out.
Sweeps up.
Sweeps up.
Sweeps up.
Nice. Sweeps
Sweeps till we die, baby. One love.
Love you guys.
Nothing happens when you die.
Have a nice day. It's true.
But yeah, I'd be happy to speak more about the Clone Wars with you. It was very good. The first season is very little kid, so that's like one of those kid things.